You're most welcome to Office Talk, where we have our chats that are randomly different about life, about what we do, about office, about what happens in office, about how to carry yourself in office, how to secure yourself in office, keep your job, hunt a job, different kinds of things that we talk about here. And they are just the normal life that we live in. It's not something that is from people that are from Mars or anywhere. It's just in our world. I am Anyango Hilda Mbabali, and I'm joined by my colleagues
Carlos Chimuli
and
Winnie Nampio.
So today we are going to talk about time management and security. What rings a bell in your ears when you hear time management and security?
I think let's first tackle the issue of time management before even job security. When someone says, when he talks about time management, hopefully what comes to my mind is all about how you do your stuff during the working hours, so that you're not late to come, you're not late to go home. So that's what comes to my ears when someone says time management. Just balancing the time, coming early on the proper time, then leaving work when it's just the time you have to go, and when you fully done your work.
All right. Winnie, what comes to your mind?
How one manages the time, like coming to work, leaving work, and how you do your work all at work.
What does time management add to you as a worker? How does it help you?
I think time management helps you to, to become like a responsible person. Because as long as you're good at time management, you can do every task that is given to you at work in time. If they say you're supposed to arrive at work at around 8 a.m. and you're supposed to leave at, let's say, 5, when you use that time properly to complete all your work and the tasks you are given, that makes you a responsible person. And if at all you can manage time well at work, it's so obvious that at home it will be the same case. But if at all you don't manage your time well at work, it crosses over to your home time.
What if I came in late but finished my tasks?
But again, the time for going out, as in for going home, is always 5.
No, I'm talking about the morning.
You come late,
but I've managed to hit my...
So long as it's perfect, so long as the work is perfect, not just doing for. So long as what you're doing is just good and right. Because you may say you've come at around 11 or midday. You've completed your work at around 4. But when you've just not given it enough time, when you've just done just things to go. But it even comes to the tasks you have. You may say, today I have such a thing to do. Then you manage your time properly. There are some cases where you have many tasks, but they don't require too much effort. Then there is some time when you have a few tasks, but when you require too much effort. You understand? So that's what I see.
But me, I don't just understand people that come to work late.
I was going to talk about it.
I don't just understand.
Even if you have...
Depends what
happened. A load. You have to report
at least go
time.
back early, but come early.
Yeah, that's a good thing, but again, there are some circumstances you can't just run away from.
You can't be coming late and you want to go back early.
Yeah, that's right. You can't come late and then you want to go back.
You have to at least come early, come even before 8.
And has to respect the working hours.
And work so hard that by the time it is 4, walk
That's it.
And in most cases, even if maybe like you leave work at 5, okay, even if it's beyond 5, but at least you know that you have completed what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
But time management is too well. So mukozi now boss. That means even if the work is still like you still have more on the table, and it is time. I'm just thinking, okay, there are those times when you really need to be there and do what you have to do, but those things that can be pushed to the next.
It also depends on your boss. Some bosses are different. Someone can say that no leaving before completing the work I've given you to do.
You might find that you have to submit something and you can't leave when you have not submitted it. So
now that all of submitting is okay, but I'm talking about the one that is it can be postponed.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe,
but it depends on the boss. There are some bosses who don't like postponing things, even when they can be postponed. There are such bosses. I just say, if I've given you a task, you have to complete it on that very day. And you cannot argue with the boss. The boss is always right. That's what they say.
That's what they say, but it's not true. Bambi,
it's not true, but if
when the boss has done something that is not right, Bambi, Momo correcting. No, in love, like you don't do it like Moba to anyhow.
I get.
I'm just thinking that you can correct the boss.
But
you can correct the boss.
You may want to correct them and then they take it in a bad way. In that way, you've come when you're polite, talk to him like, boss, at least change this thing. And he says, are you my boss? I know what I'm doing.
Have you ever come late at work, Winnie? Have you ever gone late at work or anything like that?
I think it was once.
How did you explain yourself? How did you feel?
I felt bad, but the reason why I got to work late, it was because of morning rain, and there is no way I could reach work when it's raining. Since the means of transport that I was using, there is no way I could reach work with that means of transport.
But do you know that most of the people say that rain is not an excuse?
That's what they say. But
it is. You can't reach work when you all wait just because you want to reach early. How are you going to spend that day when you're all smelling that water? Because if your clothes are wet, you're automatically going to be smelling.
They normally say that rain is not an excuse.
But some bosses just have to be understanding. You're a boss, you have a car. Your workers don't have. They use border. They use public transport like taxis. So, do you think a taxi can drive you to the working spot? No. So you have to just be understanding. Unless someone is saying something that is not believable. Like the thing we talked about last time. Go with an excuse that is believable.
So you just go with an excuse, you want to lie, or you're having a
It depends on the thing that has brought that thing of coming late. It depends on what has made you come late. It may be that you slept outside, then you can't tell the boss that I woke up late, I was from the bar, I was from a club. You can't explain that. Then you decide to say that I had some visitors in the morning, so I couldn't leave them like that. I had to fast.
How? Is that an excuse?
It's not good to lie, but in that case.
But that's not an excuse that someone could buy, because you can't
it
tell
depends on the people that have come.
Even those guests, I know. Even your parents, you can, unless it's an emergency.
And for most cases, I don't like using emergency.
And now, if you don't have any true emergency, I guess you can tell the guest, you know what? I have work.
Yeah.
I'll see you when I come back. Or I'll see you later on in midday lunch hour like that. Then you tell them, you explain and leave early.
No, you're just saying that you slept in the bar or you were just clubbing, then you went home late, you didn't hear the alarm.
The alarm.
You understand? You cannot go to work then tell your boss like, I was in a club. You can't. You have to create a story that is believable so that you stay on the job. Could you just tell that to the boss?
That's a lie.
I
know, but then who sent you to the club? Didn't you know that you have to work the next day? What are weekends for?
It depends on the vibe.
And even if it's a weekend like a Sunday, of course, you know that
Monday I have to work. I think this going out also has to be with a limit. If you know how your nature of work is, it has to have a limit. Do you know what? Monday, I can't. From Monday to Friday, I cannot go out. But from Friday night, I can even sleep there back a morning.
But even there are these people who party every day, but not going to the late hours. You go there at around 7, then you say, okay, when it reaches like 10, I go home. That's enough time for me to rest. I wake up at 7 in the morning, dress up, go to work. That's good. But even there are these people who just want to party until when the DJ says goodbye.
And you know that DJ.
So long as they still hear the music, they don't leave. That's not good on the working days. You can do that on Friday, Saturday. Sunday you have to stay at home. Just refresh your brain for work. Yeah.
Your reason is not even church, but refresh brain. Or church is one of the ways you refresh brain.
It depends on the person. Whatever they want, it's what they do to refresh their brains. You cannot force someone to go to church. You cannot force them to rest. So, if at all on Sunday someone feels like visiting the church, it's up to them.
How can someone create me time in between work when work is from 8 to 5? How can someone purpose to create me time? Like your personal time?
I think the me time, as in personal time, like how? Doing my personal things?
Yeah, like time for yourself. If you are someone that reads, you read some books. You want to pray. You want to study the Word of God, such things.
I think that personal time can come after doing the work. Like, you're supposed to stop working at 5. You can do that personal. You can use that personal time from 5 up to around 10.
And you're exhausted in the evening, really, to do that. In the evening, won't you be like you're exhausted to do?
But again, you can use these breaks.
I think it depends on how you program yourself and the workload that you have that day. Let me say you don't have a lot of work to do that day. You can say, let me first do my work, then maybe like during lunchtime, break time. Anyway, it depends because most places don't have that time, that break time or what. But you can program yourself well and be like, let me finish my work early so that I can also have time to do my other things. Because of course, you might find days when you're not too fixed and you can have some free hours. So you can use that time to do your personal stuff.
I think mine goes back to what I said at the start, that coming early is key. If work is supposed to begin at 8 and you've left home early, by 7:30 you're there. Those first 30 minutes, use them to read what you're reading, use them to pray, use them to make the phone calls you want. Then after that, dive back. If your workplace has lunchtime, use your lunchtime to do what?
To do the personal things.
Or if you are really done with work and you're still in office, and you know some bosses want to see you till 5, even when you are finished what you're doing, they just want to see you there like this. It's like a prison. So if they just want to see you there, finish your work early and sit there and do your other things. Do your other things in a way that does not cause the boss to begin asking, no. In a way that is that does not provoke the boss.
That's right.
So now I want a little bit of job security. What makes you think that your job is secure?
It depends on the behavior of the surrounding. The surrounding, my colleagues, my boss, what they are doing. You may sense just by instincts. It's like the way the boss is talking to me these few days, I think I'm not safe. Yes, I think I'm not safe. I have to change. Then you look, you sit back and just start thinking, what did I do wrong? What am I not doing right? What can I do to maintain my position or to stay at work? You just look at the surrounding. And there are some people who are not bosses at work, but again, when you see them giving you a certain attitude, you get to know that there is something I'm doing wrong. There are those people who, I may not say they are good, but they are those people who you do respect, that when they say something or they have a certain way they treat you, you get to understand there is something I'm not doing right. So like someone comes to your desk and what are you doing? I'm just copying. And there is some stuff they say just out of the blender. These days, then they go away. You get to understand why has he said such a thing? Then you sit down, you think of what to do, what to boost, what to leave, you balance and say, is it time for me to face unemployment or to change my behavior to stay here? Yeah, I think that's what you can sense, the surrounding.
Okay, Winnie, how about you?
About that, I think, because job security to me refers to something that can assure someone that they have that job. And some of the things that can assure me that I have that job are having an employment contract with the company I'm working for or any place where I'm working at. Working for a company that is financially stable, because I'm sure that...
How do you know that a company is financially stable?
Of course you can see, because you're already in that place, you know how things are moving, what.
Unless you are bank the top management. But if you are down here, I don't think.
Yeah, the other thing, the qualifications, because if I know that I'm qualified, of course I'll be knowing that I can't lose the job anytime. Anyway, anything can happen, but at least you'll be sure that I'm here when I'm qualified. Yeah.
All right.
But I also think the way you've got the job is also key.
Yeah.
If I told you bribed,
so much.
If I told you bribed to get a job, your security is
very low.
Anytime someone else will come with money to bribe the person that gave you the job,
and you'll be kicked out. The person might even bring more money than you.
Yeah. And that goes back to the people who are connected. If I told you are connected, you may have the job security. If I told you are connected, my uncle is the boss, I think you can have some good job security.
But also it's limited that in case your uncle has moved out,
then there comes the problem. Then you have to face the reality.
That's actually goes back to job security should be on merit, that I just passed my interview. I came, my papers spoke, God favored me, and I went through well. I did the interview and passed, and I got the job. In the sense of saying, gundi, what if gundi something happens to them?
It may help you for some time, but in the long run, you may not know what's going to happen. But when you entered using the right paths, I think you're somehow secure, unless you started seeing the manager or bosses trying to interview other people. who want to take the job, the same job you own.
That's it. But how can you start interviewing people before at least speaking to me?
That's the way people do their things. Some people, I may not say all, but some people can do such. You sit there, you think, I still have some time in the company, but at the back, they are doing interviews. Maybe it depends also on the results you are giving the company.
Oh yeah.
You told us you are going to give us this percentage, and then you are below the average.
By the even
So-
delivering good work can also give you job security, because
By
you know
the
that
way.
I'm delivering. At least you know that you'll be there when you're knowing at least I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
I was actually thinking about it, that the kind of standard of work you do, your delivery. Do you do the right thing? Are you there on time when you're needed for meetings? Are you there, or you're the only person that all the time? Hey, ngine kubeera late. Nzijani mwana mukajam na yezi meeting.
What do you present?
I know.
What do you present? If at all the business is like it's going down, and they say, okay, we need some of your ideas. What are you presenting? The boss just says, okay, we're having a problem in the management, but this and this. If at all you have any idea, please
Bring it
come
on.
up front and talk to us. You see, then you bring up ideas that are not even good. So you must follow those. Bring up some ideas in the company. Give good results and have the requirements, as she has said. When you have the requirements, you can appeal and you say, you're chasing me out, but I'm here on merit. But when you're just connected, you say, your work has gone, we don't need
You
to see
also
you.
go.
That's how most companies collapse. They employ Carlos as the boss. I bring my uncle, I bring my son. So you may find when they kick me out, all my colleagues, all my people are kicked out.
Now, like in schools, you find maybe like the HM has the students he brought. When he leaves the school, even the students leave. They follow to the school where he has gone.
Really? Even
Yeah,
school.
even in schools it's like that. Most schools.
Yeah.
You may even find it's just a teacher that his teacher Hilda. And they say, Teacher Hilda, Teacher Hilda is not there. She went to some other school. Then the parents like, hey, which school? I'm not taking my kid there. I'm taking the kid to Teacher Hilda's school.
But do you know that is job security for now, the teacher?
Yeah.
For Teacher Hilda, it's job security, because if they're sending her, if she's leaving the school and students like her and the students are going to follow, the HM will be forced to call Teacher Hilda. Why are you leaving? Is it the money we increased? Is
Then
it
they
this?
increase the money
And
and
how should
some
we
other
handle
benefits.
you? Do you want a promotion? Yes, I'm tired of writing on the chalkboard. I also want an office.
I want to sit in an office.
I want SC. And it could also be jobs. Not could, but I think it's job
It is.
security. For people to want to follow you.
I think job security is also, there's also certain meaning I can figure it out. Like, if at all, like the way she has talked to teachers, like, if at all when you're leaving the company, there is some force you're feeling that we are no longer strong here, that's good. So that's job security. Because you may not say that you've left the company and everything is still going smoothly. That means you had no impact on the job. You're just there. But if at all you leave the place and you see the manager starts to panic, you see some stuff is not being done, that's job security. So the time they decide to retain you again, they know what to do. Last time this person left us, this and this happened. If at all she decides to come back, she'll just add on the command, the benefits, the way we treat her, and give her some position where she can feel comfortable. I think that's it. When you have an impact on the company, when you leave, they feel some space. But if at all you leave and everything still runs smoothly, then you're not secure on the job. Anytime, any day, they can kick you out.
What are some of the things that people do according to time management and job security that leads them lose their jobs? What are some of these things, Winnie, that you see that make people lose their jobs in time management and job security?
Not respecting working hours, and
what do you mean by respecting working hours?
Like if you know that you're supposed to work from 8 to 5, but then you report to work late
at midday.
Yeah, that's not respecting working hours.
Then it's working hours, then you want to do your personal things. That's not respecting the time of work.
And also communication is important. In case you know that you're not going to reach in time, you have to communicate so that they know.
I think also being loyal to the organization, to the company you're working for, that I am doing this and this. Like, be open and tell the bosses, I am doing this work for you, but then I have another company I'm doing what I'm working for. I'm doing this because of earning a living. The other company, I will not be going there physically. I'll be being here 24/7. At night, I'll be working for the other company. Like, you try to be clear and loyal to the people that have given you what. Not these things of people go, you clearly know you have another job, but you come and get another one and tell them you don't have. Then those two begin becoming a burden. You have to do this one, they need you at 8, there they also need you at 8.
Then you have to juggle something.
Start missing some days, you end up getting fired. Yet when you're loyal, someone can understand, then they give you the hours that are favorable to you.
Your staff in the time that you've given. You're supposed to reach here at 8, then at around, let's say after lunch,
it's okay, you go the other side.
Okay, this one has some few hours here, let's give us such and such a thing. But if at all you are just not talking to anyone, not being loyal, they may give you a whole workload for a full day, but then for you want to complete it in just 4 hours, which is not good. You may do many mistakes, misfire many things. I think that's it. Being loyal is also
the key. Which other do you have colors that someone needs to really, that would cause a havoc? The other I have is lies. Lies catch up with you. Lies catch up with you, because you might have lied in the morning that what, and something happens, and the child maybe comes with with the other parent, the father or mother, yet you had done what? Lied. And the child is very happy, does not have any sign of sickness, and they talk to the child, me, I'm not sick. Who told you that I'm sick? And you are embarrassed about it. Or anything can happen, and lies, you normally forget them. In 2 days, you'll forget that you did what? You lied. And you say something else.
You lied on Monday, and on Friday you have a meeting, and the boss says, what happened to you on Monday?
You might tell them that you lost someone. You might tell them that you lost someone, but then again, when they ask you, say that it's some other person, when you have forgotten what you said.
That it was your person that died, yet it was...
You might say it was my uncle, then after you say that it was my aunt, then someone will be like,
I don't know, your aunt, I tell your uncle, I tell you. And sometimes people just kill people. They tell some that what really died.
They just look back to the and say, who died last year? Uncle. Maybe he's going to die today again. Then you just call, hello, I may not be able to come, I lost an uncle, but the guy died last year.
Remember, I have many uncles, but...
there was a relative that they called me some time back. I'm like, who? Tanti Jaja, who? Which one? I wondered, and the story was really different from what I knew. We had not lost anyone. Everything was okay. There was no single body dead.
But I told you, you've lost
We
someone.
had lost someone.
And they had to make sure that you believe what they say.
You know how how someone just, a different person, not the person that lied. Now a different person, because like someone could come here and you're like, I'm concerned. Let me call Hilda. They told me let me call. They lost someone. How
Then you become a bad person to the person that lied.
So when you
After
call,
are
I'm
going to
like,
lie, you have to first talk to your close friends that you think can help you out.
help you out.
But that's
to
not
lie.
expensive. Just tell the truth.
Yeah, just tell the truth and
sorry,
say,
it's
you
nice.
know what?
Today I'm not going to come.
Because you might find that some
I'm not
bosses are
feeling myself.
understanding. You tell him or her that I'm going to do this. Of course, someone who is understanding can't fail to allow you to go and do your stuff. As long as you don't take long.
As long as you don't do it on a daily.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
long as you don't do it on a daily, because you might,
Because there are
and
some people,
being
when
clear is
when
also
they are
nice.
given
You
time,
tell him
like-
that I'm going to do this and this, do what you're supposed to do, then you report back to work and do your work. But you might find they have told you that come back at 10, then you come back like at 3. The next, of course, they will refuse.
They will refuse to,
Yeah, to allow
yeah. Carlos, you were saying something.
No, I was adding up on what she has said. Like if I told the boss, you decide to talk to the boss and the boss allows you to do, like you say, boss, I have to reach somewhere like at around, let's say 4. So the boss decides to say that, okay, you can go. Don't do it on a daily. At least you just say, okay, in 1 month, I'll do that. But if I told the boss allows you today, you go back to him tomorrow, just says, no, this guy is not
This
serious.
is too much. This one is for someone that wants to live real.
The boss
I've
just
remembered
takes it
something
as familiarity.
About what you said, that saying that you have lost someone, they might want to send someone to come, like for the burial ceremony, but when in actual sense,
And the funny thing, they may not even call you when they are still at work. They may call you like when they say, when you told them that, for us, our ancestral home is like, let's say Mukono. They call you when they are around Seta, when they are coming, when they are.
And to be on our way, we are in Seta here.
Where do we branch off? Like,
Who told you
yeah,
Seta?
boy.
Where are you going?
You told us you lost someone, and the boss has sent us to come and.
Barry.
Then you start calling your parent or someone in the village and you're like, do you have any burial today?
I was
Somewhere
thinking
there,
about that.
so that you just come and bury someone else.
But here, how can they?
You might be lucky when your neighbor has a burial and just say, I
So
need to
you
tell
just
that
join
but
the
of course someone will know
Yeah,
that
you
you're
just-
lying.
But you're not on the list of people that are going to give a speech. They are talking about Abana, the children that come out are different from you. Abazukulu, you're not
And maybe
there.
when you say that it's someone close to you, and of course you have to be among those people.
Among those first people, we have someone that one time said the mother had died, and they escorted.
and they buried.
Kati now the real mother dies.
Hey! Now she cannot explain.
You can say it was
She
my
tried to
mother's.
say, and people were like, "Hundi mama we twamuzika, mama wenze
The
namuzika."
only thing to do is just to say, and the other one was my real mother. This one is my aunt.
Kati they're going to
But
call
in
the
pain.
children. You understand?
I think
So-
you just have to be genuine and tell them.
That is understandable, but one has to be genuine.
That's what I say.
Our last remarks, because our time is really fast spent.
I think you can.
All last remarks about time management, about job security to someone that is watching us. Word of advice.
I would advise someone out there to respect working hours and to equip yourself with something that can keep you at that job. Like having the right qualifications, doing what you're supposed to do, and also making sure that you have a contract the company you're working for, because anytime you might be fired, but in case there is a contract that was signed,
At least you have what to clinch on.
yeah, and even if you're not paid and you want to leave, you might want to go back and ask for your money, but they'll be like, we don't know you. What shows that you are working for us? But if you have your contract, of course, have something to show, because anything can happen. Yeah.
Yes, Carlos, your last one.
Me, the remarks I can give is that respect your process, respect the time that you are at work. Just do what you're supposed to do at work. Not putting the personal stuff in the time of work.
Mixing them up.
The next thing is that please be a person of purpose at work. Don't be the person that can easily be replaced. That shows that you are not secure. If they kick you out today, tomorrow they are getting another person. Be a person of purpose at work. So that when they say, we are kicking out this one, they feel also the effect
Of kicking them out, sure.
Be the person of purpose at work. Create some good friends and be genuine. That's it. Be genuine. Even if you have an issue that is, let's say, a silly issue, please just say it out, so that you don't lie. Because when you lie today, you have to keep on lying on the same lie. You are going to create more lies on that.
To make the first lie stable.
So that's it.
Mine is do not be comfortable.
That's also
You have been hired. You knew you just passed, like it was a narrow escape that you got the job. Do not be comfortable. If you need to get more qualifications, go and study. If you need to study online, make sure you create time and study. If you need more expertise about it, do not be comfortable that, you know what, me, I did this kind of course and I have gotten a chance, I have gotten this job, and that's it. No. Do not be comfortable. Go out there and add on your qualifications. Go out there and add on the experience. Learn everything you can. Do not be comfortable. Just like Carlos said, be your purpose. Anytime you can be replaced if you're not on purpose.
Yeah.
From us here, we say have a lovely time and a lovely day wherever you're watching us from. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye from me, Winnie, and Carlos.
stay blessed.